Huh? If something looks wrong, or a person states that something wrong, you can say khair, inshallah. We know the word khair, right? Khair. And then, yeah.
So hopefully you're good?
Yeah, it's like you say like, oh, something bad happened. You can say khair, inshallah. Kind of put a good quality to the whole situation. Okay, so we don't know if something's wrong with Brett, but we're just gonna say what?
Khair,
inshallah.
Yeah.
Is that a question or a statement?
A statement.
Could you say like how
It's an optative.
how ماشي?
ماشي
حال
ماشي الحال.
ماشي الحال
Mhm.
هذا يسمى ماشي الحال.
If you want to ask a question. جميل جميل. طيب عندي سؤال. أنا بحب أروح على السينما. أنا بحب أروح على السينما. وأنتي بتحبي تروحي على السينما؟
ايه بحب السينما.
أنا بحب أروح على السينما. أنتي
Movie I like.
أنا بحب أروح على السينما. أنتي بتحبي تروحي على السينما؟
ايه
إيه؟ ممكن sentence؟
بحب تروحي أروح سينما.
بحب أروح
أروح
على السينما؟
السينما.
أوكي جميل جميل. وأنت يا إسحاق؟ أنت بتحب تروح على
أنا بحب أروح درس.
الدرس. جميل. ممكن كمان مرة؟
أنا بحب أروح الدرس.
أروح. جميل جميل. وأنت فيكتوريا؟
ايه أنا بحب أروح السينما.
جميل جميل. وهيلين أنت بتحبي تروحي على تشيبوتلي؟
لا like Chipotle. أنا بحب تروحي tiny little house.
فأنا بحب أروح على
tiny little house.
أوكي جميل. وبريت؟
أنا بحب أروح بيتي.
على بيتي.
على بيتي.
The important thing which in the recordings that we had from last Friday is in Arabic we have to conjugate both verbs for the person involved. So when we're saying بحب, we're talking about who? What's the subject in بحب? Yourself. I.
It's not like Spanish where you get one conjugated and one infinitive.
We don't have an infinitive. So both have to be conjugated. So بحب. Why am I right? We know the letters now. We learned all the letters. So. بحب أروح So here it's conjugated for who? بحب. I. Let's hear بحب. أروح. It's conjugated again for who? For I. Very good. Now but then when I'm asking a feminine person, so let's say I'm going to ask Tiffany. How do we all ask Tiffany? بتحبي تروحي The E both times we're addressing her. But then, so we're going to ask Tiffany, بتحبي تروحي على السينما؟ شوية على. Okay, so then that was the question. Then how do we answer it? We're speaking on behalf of her, or we're speaking on behalf of ourselves? You're answering on behalf of yourself. Then you would say ba. When you're talking on behalf of yourself, the grammar doesn't care if you're masculine or feminine. It's just talking about I. So then we would say كلنا بحب أروح wherever you're going, cinema, Chipotle, restaurant. So I encourage all of you to go back a little bit and review some of the grammar for verb conjugations, because in the audios I heard a lot of just repeating the question back, and that wasn't answering it. That was just repeating it. So encourage you to do that. Were there any questions in general about the homework over the weekend, besides the letter connections, which we're going to do right now? لا. Okay. فبدنا أولا بدنا ألف باء، فممكن نفتح ألف باء إلى صفحة 1 7 9. Alright, so in our groups that we're in, let's read through the list. We've done this kind of drill before. One person reads, the other person identifies the word that the partner is reading. Okay? كيف الفرق؟ كيف الفرق بين ه و ح؟ كيف هذا؟ تمام؟
ما سهل.
ها؟
ما سهل.
مو سهل.
مو سهل.
مو سهل.
مو سهل.
Okay, okay. How can we help make it sahil? What do we need to work on in order to make it sahil?
Sometimes it's a little difficult to differentiate between vowels.
Okay.
So,
What's one of the general things that can help us?
well, I know,
Listening to it over.
and then it's one of them is throatier, right? The half.
Mhm.
But sometimes I just can't hear it.
Mm-hmm. The thing to remember regarding our he, or some people pronounce it ha, I say he, which written by itself, you'll see it in either position. It's just like your English word for hat or hut. To an extent, it's almost inaudible, but it's there. So you pronounce it and you just say he. Let's just say he. 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 But then if you're going to say ha, tighten that back muscle. You want all the air coming out, but don't spit. Spitting is not polite.
It's like you're singing a Beyonce song that goes.
Anyway, I'll just let Brett understand that one, whoever else
What are
can.
we supposed to say?
Brett will send out an advice email later.
Is it like when it's an inaudible laugh?
Inshallah. Huh?
Is it like an inaudible laugh kind of thing? Like when you're laughing so hard you don't really say anything? You're like,
You just approach the decibels that only dog can hear.
Laugh like
Alright, so we'll keep working on this one. Let's do a little bit of dictation. Meshi? Alright, so let's get the first phrase in there, okay? جاهزين? Okay, hello. بمدينة Austin. بمدينة Austin. بمدينة Austin. So, what comments do we have? The first part giving us some problems, I'm guessing, right?
Not too badly.
Not too badly. Okay, Drew, does he have a difference of opinion?
Do I have one?
Uh-huh.
I just had a question.
All right, let's hear it.
So when you have a letter before the mean,
Uh-huh.
do you need to write it above, or is that just a handwriting preference?
Right.
I thought that's what it was.
It's a handwriting preference. You could write it straight on the line like this.
Is that really uncommon, or?
Both are common. I raise mine.
Okay.
Just as long as your mean is underneath.
Underneath the line I'm writing on?
Underneath the generalness of the script.
Okay, right. So I would like do my best and then kind of go over into this.
That works. What other comments do we have for Bimedina Austin?
I have a hard time differentiating between the long ya or e
Mm-hmm.
and the short. So like
We just keep listening and listening. And it's a common thing for the first month to differentiate. If it was short, it would be bim Medina. Bim Medina. Medina. But bim Medina.
When you said it, I thought you said Medina.
Uh-huh.
Just because you were speaking fast.
Austin, how many people were able to get this first part in?
I missed the what.
Missed the what?
I got it mixed up.
Alright, without the what, how would we probably pronounce it?
Aston.
Aston. Or Ustin, depending what our short vowel was. But it's Austin. It's that longer sound. On the quiz, there won't be any words that aren't Arabic words. Austin. Austin. I guess if we're going to write it in an Austin accent, yes. Alright, new كلمة. جامعة كبيرة.
جامعة كبيرة.
جامعة كبيرة. Comments.
I missed the
I came on missing the
Huh? Okay, so we need to listen for our final If we hear final it's probably a ta marbuta. What else? Kabir. Kabira.
What if it was a kasra for kibir?
How would you pronounce the word kasra? You mean like this, right?
Yeah.
Kibira versus kabira.
I knew that the first one had a tamabuta just because the second one did, but
Uh-huh.
how would the first one sound if it just ended with the I?
Jami'. 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 Ah.
Okay.
Ah.
It sounds like you hear more of the I when you put tamabuta after.
I personally do hear more of the ayn. Yeah. We're working on these sounds.
It's just, I think that's the weirdest letter to hear vowels around it, because it makes its own like vowel sound.
We just more and more practice. There's no way to explain it. It's just practice. How are we doing with connecting our letters? ماشي؟ ممتاز؟ في سؤال؟
Can we write in pencil?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. All right, new word. Or new phrase. وَالنَّهْرُ جَمِيل. The he can be written like that, or it could be written like that. I've adopted this one as my script. This one is just as legitimate. Between these two, it's fine. If you are writing like this, that one is not allowed. That's a style of print. So if your computer's typing it out, or a sort of calligraphy. For handwriting, it's one of these two.
So that'd be like me writing my handwriting in Comic Sans.
Yeah, or like if you were doing your handwriting with this A, which is kind of it's odd to
Or
see
the
it.
other G.
All right, last phrase. المطاعم ممتازة. المطاعم ممتازة.
One question about the M's, like the script I did fine, like I got every letter right in the right order. The only thing is the dropping down of the M thing or the unconnected L. Do you have to do that, or is that the preference there?
We're talking here?
Yes.
That is mandatory.
Okay, and then what about the other one over there?
This one, as long as we have our line, first one can either be right on the line, and second one like that, or you can just kind of raise the whole thing up. I do raise the whole thing up, and I think it looks prettier. And that's, you want your script to be somewhat beautiful. You don't want to always stay in first grade.
Yeah.
You want to advance to 5th grade and then college.
How do you know, I mean, in this word, because it starts with an al, you know that the fatha is on the meme, but how would you know on a el or a la meme combination what the fatha is on? Because right now it's over both of them.
Context.
Okay, so it's just
Context. And what do we know that el
It
means?
means the. So obviously in this word it's not on the meme,
That,
but I guess there might like no,
obviously in this word it's not on the meme.
or it's not on the la.
There you
Not
go.
the la.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Victoria.
How did you know there was a tamaruta at the end? Because the first word doesn't end with an sound.
Grammar-wise. Grammar-wise, we'll get to it, but when I said the word, I said what? Mumtaza. So you're hearing that final that means there's a what? Mm-hmm. Why there's not one in the first word, we'll worry about the grammar part when we get to it.
Can you repeat the first word one more time?
How do we say the first word? El-mata'im. Okay, so we're going to read something in Arabic, our first Arabic passage. And how do we approach it?
Kind of like we approach the videos, like big picture first, then more details, and then kind of go back and look at the big picture again.
Very good. So let's start off with the big picture. Now, versus a video, which we have beautiful motions and great acting, how does this differ? How can the big picture here help us? What sort of things?
The layout of the text, what it looks like an ad or.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see the websites and the numbers at the
title.
bottom.
The title, the formatting, the colors, also as Ishaq mentioned. Look at the English script. If there's English script on there, let's take the shortcut. Let's read that, and that'll probably help us understand the Arabic script.
There's a phone number too.
And the phone number. Okay, so we have numbers there. That also helps us out. What other sort of things should we just look at when we're just first time we see this? What else could probably help us?
Like if you see word repetition or something like that.
Word repetition. Okay, so let's take all these things that we just discussed and take half a minute and just go through it and see what we can get out of it. What do we think this is?
Something wahid.
Huh?
Something wahid.
Something wahid. Why are we saying something wahid?
Because that's the last word of the title.
Last word in the title. When we're just taking the big picture, should we focus and try to read every word?
Nope.
Nope. Because then you're not going to get past that. You'll spend 30 minutes there. So what can we get about the whole text in 30 seconds?
It's probably an advertisement of something.
Probably an
Because
advertisement.
my eyes looked at a word and it's laptop.
Okay, so you caught a word in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Qatar.
It's in, huh?
Qatar.
It's in Qatar, okay.
It says UPS somewhere in the middle.
Okay, it says UPS. All right. What else could point us to that this is an ad, as Liana mentioned?
They have contact numbers.
They have contact numbers, okay. How about the bulleting? What does that usually mean? When you have a bulleted,
A list.
it's a list. For the first month while you're reading in a new language, usually lists are the best thing to read because there's a lot of English words in there written in Arabic, or also it's short, simple information. It's usually just nouns. You're not going to have a lot of verbs in there, so we can get more information quicker. So I want to take about 6 minutes and in the groups that we're in, and let's go through the text. Let's read exactly what they are selling or what they're trying to advertise. Okay? And if we come across a word that we just don't know, do we sit there?
Move on.
Just move on.
How do you do this?
Mabruk.
تغيير
أجهزة وأجهزة
كمبيوتر
أكسسوار
There's a sukoon on the first set. حلو. كمان مرة فيكتوريا.
اكسسوارات.
اكسسوارات.
حلو. اكسسوارات. What kind? Okay, so we don't know. We don't go on. Alright. So, what other words can we get out of the whole text? So, what have we got? What kind of ad is this?
Very much an electronic one.
What?
To do with like electronics computer.
Electronics. Technology. Okay, so what are some words that we saw? Modem, computer, laptop. Ooh, what's this word? How do you say accessories? بالعربي بالعربي.
Oh, that makes sense.
Very bottom bullet point. Very bottom bullet point. First word. How do we guess that's accessories? Sounds like the English word, yeah. What are some new words that we may have learned or picked up? What?
Sounds like jahiz ready, but it's part of.
It's part. Okay, so something to do with ready. Okay. What else? What other phrases or words do we get out of this?
Is Madat help?
No. No, we'll get there.
Scanner, did you say that?
So where do we find that?
Like the fourth class?
Yeah. Scanner.
Fourth bullet down. The one that starts with a scene. What is the title probably say at the very top?
Call. We learned the word call, didn't we, a few days ago?
Cool. Is it cool?
What is hada mean? Second word. This, okay. And what does the last word mean?
This one.
Any ideas? Maybe what the top should be? All right, we'll come back to the title another time. All right, one more. Good job on the reading. We're going to do a lot more of that. How fun is it to read without short vowels?
That's not too bad, because you can just always kind of assume it's on top, but if it doesn't sound right, you know something else.
So play with it. Play with it is what we basically want to get out of it. Play with the words, manipulate the pronunciation till it sounds like something. It's a game for now.